Well, the Super Bowl is set. The Chiefs and Eagles square off in 2 weeks, and there are already plenty of storylines. One of them involves the matchup of the two quarterbacks, Patrick Mahomes and Jalen Hurts. So when they take the field, a long-standing NFL barrier will be broken. Paula Tutman joins us live this afternoon to tell us a little bit more about that. Paula?
Hey, Karen. Hi, everybody. You know what? You said it, storylines. I mean, these kinds of athletic events often have storylines. But this particular Super Bowl, chocked full of storylines. Brothers against brothers. Of course, we're talking about the Kelsey brothers. First time two brothers will ever face off against each other at a Super Bowl. And then brother against brother with these two black quarterbacks who will be starting and facing off against each other. And that one is really creating some goosebump moments.
He's a Super Bowl, baby. That's Super Bowl 21 and 25.
Lee Rusan flashed both of his Super Bowl rings from his time with the New York Giants. And he is moved to tears when he thinks about the history being made by quarterbacks Jalen Hurts of the Philadelphia Eagles and Patrick Mahomes of the Kansas City Chiefs.
I'm telling you right now, I'm very emotional right now. It's to actually think about it, it's really, 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 life of impacting.
He believes that this is history that needs to be talked about because barriers are still being broken. He has seen the sting of racism from the inside. When coaches once said blacks didn't have the acumen to do anything other than block.
When it came to guys who were successful, African Americans who were successful in college, and they didn't get the opportunity in the NFL at all, and they were asked to change their position. Andy Hedden, who played for the Giants, and he was a big-time quarterback coming out of North Carolina. But when he went to Clemson, they moved him from quarterback to outside linebacker. And that happened all the time.
I believe it's a historic moment, but looking into it, I don't really care about who plays and what race they are, as long as it's, a good team.
It's amazing to be able to see somebody on TV that looks like me.
When you think about it, I think it's really relevant. It's relevant that, there probably should be more black head coaches too, with that being said. So I think they run together. So yeah, I think it's awesome.
We went to Tomlinson Middle School in the Westwood Community School District in Inkster. Once a month, they actually meet with professional athletes and business people who give hands-on mentoring. And Lee Rusan is one of those mentors.
You're not born winners, you're not born losers, you're born choosers.
With his nonprofit Move Your Chains. And two black quarterbacks going head-to-head to these kids is more than a game to them, too.
The Super Bowl takes place in Black History Month, and that's going to be a big milestone in history.
Well, no, I feel it's more that it motivates you because when you see, hey, it's two black quarterbacks, I want to be that one day.
Former Detroit Lion Devin Funchess has played in a Super Bowl game when he was with the Carolina Panthers in Super Bowl 50 in 2015 against the Broncos, and he says this is way more than just about football.
We're breaking all the barriers, and we're going to continue to build on what the standard is right now, and just keep it going forward. We're getting to that point in the world where we're making that transition to bigger and better things.
Yeah, you know what? Karen, every time, and I do a lot, as you know, I do a lot of these first stories, and every time I do that story, cue the noise, cue the airplane, sorry about that, but every time I do one of these stories, I do ask the same question: when do we stop doing stories on firsts? And I usually get the general answer, pretty much the same answer, when there are no more barriers to be broken and there aren't so many of these kinds of firsts. People are just taking positions because of talent. So I guess that's when we'll stop doing stories of firsts. This isn't one of them. Karen?
You know what? I agree, Paula. It would be nice not to have to do those stories of firsts, but at the same time, it is a good story to celebrate as well today. So we do appreciate it.
Absolutely. Important to tell.
Yes, very important. All right. Thank you, Paula.